When I was born with a malformation in my right hand, on my right hand.
Okay.
And remember, I am a grade R dropout because everyone eskoleni, hey, Sandlan, Sandla C1, Sandlan, and all of that, and I would come crying. We meet before, she starts officially at the school. And when we met, she even said, yeah, actually that date made me very jealous. As we try, the relationship gets to a level. At one moment, I remember, she started being physical several times when I wasn't doing anything because indoda, umfazi akashayo. Remember that girl I slept?
Yeah.
Umfazi akashayo. There was now one Saturday where literally ngamluma because she was on top of me. Because remember, my right hand side is weak. So if I realize I can't push you and unomzimba omkhulu ngizokuluma, so ngathi ngokumluma, took pictures of that luma, protection order. There's a time when I'm pulling her away from the door, I push her to the bed as I wanna go. And she falls on the bed. She acts dead. The police asked me, we must fetch you, or you are going to bring yourself. I said, I will bring myself.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got arrested.
Where did you think you guys were gonna end up?
I've been through the most.
Hola, Sanfam! Hello, hi, and welcome to another episode of I've Been Through the Most podcast, right here on Centtwinz TV with your favorite twins, Millicent and Innocent, and this is why together we are the Centtwinz. You gotta sing it, you know. You know we love hearing from you, so please do not watch this episode without subscribing. Please join the San Fam right here on YouTube by simply clicking on the button that says subscribe. It's absolutely free. And we're not just only on YouTube, honey. We are global, international. We're everywhere else. Can they listen to us? We are available on audio platforms on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. Make sure you go here to follow and a like over there as well. It's always so nice when you listen to the podcast when you're driving. Obviously, somebody's sitting on the hot seat today and you are about to hear the story. So buckle up and get ready for it. Bongani, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for welcoming me. Thank you. It's good to be here. Hopefully, after this,
Hopefully, you'll feel better after this.
Yeah, hopefully I'll feel better.
Yeah, because they say talking about things sometimes is very therapeutic.
True.
Yeah. Most times. Not even sometimes, most times. And I think this platform is not only like healing to the person who's telling the story, but as well as the viewers who can relate to the story. I see you all dressed up in your purple suits. You're ready for us. You want me?
It was important. I mean, with the vibe that has been ongoing in the country, it is important, especially maybe later on as we share the stories that we should be looking at. People is not what I believe that people shouldn't be what actually it is pushed to be. It should be more broader than that, and probably my story today will bring that forth to say this purple vibe, hype, it shouldn't just be directed to a certain group of people. Probably it should be more wide, more broad. And
Sure. So let's get to know you better. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, your upbringing, your background?
I'm born in Middleburg in Mpumalanga. I have two sisters, being the middle one. And one thing about me is that I'm a grade R dropout. And
You are
a grade R. Yes, grade R. I'm a grade R dropout. Huh? Because as I am born there in Middleburg, I'm too different at a very young age.
Okay.
When I was first taken to school at that age to grade R, I was teased a lot on how I looked. And that became a little bit difficult for my mom to take the pain. That every time when I come back from home, I come from school, I'm crying because someone has teased me. And I had a uncle of my mother, whom would say, the next time when you come back here, if you come crying, then I'm going to beat you. So every time when they do that to you, when they say the things that they say to you, toughen up and fight. And you will later learn actually that advice. Though it was good for me to defend myself, at some point in time in my life, it always came back, you know. So that was my life. With my sisters, we grew up very poor, I must say, living at RDP house, Sibaning and Lini. My grandmother is not there, is in Pretoria working at the, white people's houses, and every Christmas or whenever she'll come with something. At some point in time, she'll come with the clothes of those children that we will now wear. And I psychologically, at that time, learned that I'm a boy at the age of 6, I think, or 5, psychologically. Because we went to a certain shop, a clothing shop, and my sister, my elder sister, myself and mommy. And when we are about there, they are about to buy techies. My mom was about to buy us techies. And then she buys the techies. And as she buys those techies for my sister and her, same techies. For my sister and her, she buys white and pink. And for me, she buys blue. And white and blue. Okay. But it's the same type of techies.
Same. Yeah.
Now I cry. Within the shop, I cry. I say, no. Why are you guys buying this and me? And my mom says, you can't be making, and she takes, we call it a Tommy these days. Okay. During those times, there was no Tommy. It's called Inambas Kambe in Isindebele. Inambas Kambe, that shoe that looked like a Tommy. Before there was a Tommy. Yes.
Vibes, okay. Yeah.
And she would take it and Tula. And she explains to say, Msana, a boy doesn't wear pink at the time, And then that's when the realizations come to say, actually, between me and my sisters, there must be a certain way of behavior. Actually, that's the beginning of patriarchy, my realization of the patriarchal part, the division between, you understand? Though I knew that I'm a boy, but psychologically, that was implanted. And I don't think my mom knew what she was doing at that time. That was my realization. But we would then grow up at some point in time. My mom goes, you're twasa, and we grow up with the uncle of my mom who has about 2 wives. Sure. And there's something which probably people will hear from the very first time. And that's at that age, around 7. I've never said this to anybody. I only could realize a few weeks ago to say, so actually it was that time when I feel like I was sexually harassed at a very young age. Yeah. Because it was, there was this girl in that house, which I won't say her name, and I think she was in her teens. And she would be, doing certain things now and then, because beslale kitchen. Do you understand? The rooms were not too begangas manengi. So we'd sleep in the kitchen or at times at dining room. It depends, it's winter or summer. And I slept with her, and I'm a small boy. And she would do those things. And then even when we left that house and my mom got her own space, her own kuku, then the RDP, because my mom and my sister had to occupy the other rooms, I had to sleep in the kitchen. I slept in the kitchen up until I was 13. Yes. And mind you, when I sleep in the kitchen up until 13, I think I then stopped urinating ezingubeni, at the age of very late. I think at about 9, 10.
That's late.
You understand? Yeah. So every time in the kitchen, you are kama, and then you need to take the blanket out in the morning.
To dry.
Yeah. Until then, I am about 10, because we were so suffering. And at that time, my father is not there. My father is gone with someone else, staying somewhere in Soshanguve. But at that time, I hear that my father wishes to see us, me and my sister. Not my younger sister, because it's me and my elder sister.
Yeah.
And my sister doesn't, because my sister was now, she could now see what was happening. When I was asked, and then I cried, I said, I want to see my father. And because at the time, my mom was not financially stable and all of that, then the other people in the family, mama, made decisions on her behalf to say, actually, no, let the child go stay with his father and all of that for some time. And then that's when I left Soshanguve and go stay with my father for about 2 years and the wife and the children of that wife, which wasn't a good one. But then throughout all of that, also things that made me keep going at that very young age is that I knew and I had a dream, because from a very young, from grade 1, I was the golden boy in class at school. I was number 1 all my life.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I get frustrated now when I have these small failures, because I was number 1 all my life.
So everything. Wait, then let's go back a little bit to the grade R dropout.
Yes.
Then what happened? You went back to school.
I went back to school, but now when I was in grade 1.
Oh, okay.
I went back to school.
And how old were you then when you went back to grade 1?
I was 7.
Okay.
Yes. I was 8, sorry. I was 8 because I ended up going to school. I stayed a year. I went up to school late, but still I recovered from my years.
Wow.
Because, yes, I recovered from my years because I finished grade 12 at the correct time. Because grade 2, in class, I was passing so much that I didn't even do grade 2. I just skipped from grade 2 to grade 3.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
excuse us.
so there's a little bit of robbery in my schooling. I didn't do grade 2. I didn't do grade 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
You skipped 2 grades.
Yes. I didn't do grade 2 and grade 5. From grade 4.
Because you're smart.
Yes. From grade 4, I went directly to grade 6. And it's because, it's because we wrote a comprehension test after Leslie Manyatela had passed, one of the greatest soccer players in this country. And then there was a comprehension test that grade 4 to 6 are writing. And after writing that comprehension test, I happened to beat everyone, including the grade 6 children. So the teachers felt really uncomfortable to keep me in, and then I skipped to grade 6. Wow. I was a fighter. I used to want to win. I wanted to be a golden boy. Some of the small mistakes, that's why maybe now later on, I always say later on when people say I'm abusing them, it's maybe I'm paying for those small mistakes, because I know at that age, there was a girl that I slept at school, because we went to, you call it, a sextet when you are going to a choir, school choir, it's the 6 of you, 2 tenor, 2 soprano, 2 alto.
Yes, okay.
Now, there was a time when she had to sing a solo when we keep quiet, and then she forgot the lines, and then was Lisa, and then at the very young, then I was in trouble to say, hey, ntombazana ishaywa. You learn those type of things there, and And life goes on. The abuse there in Soshanguve from umfazi kababa, it's not that good. The year I go back to my mom in Middleburg is the year I'm losing my mom. At the age of 13.
Sure.
By then my sister was 9. And now losing your mom at the age of 13, when your mom doesn't have the trust fund, when your mom doesn't have even just 50,000 at that time in the bank account that she has left you, family, things start to be tough within the family space. There's a lot of abuse that happens and all of that. But then at the end of that year, when I was now in grade 6, it was then discussed that because you are a boy and later on you have to go to the mountain, because I'm Ndebele, you understand? Okay. Then rather the girls stay in Middleburg with my grandmother, and Mina as a boy, let me go stay with my uncle, Kwamhlanga. My uncle, the brother of my mother.
Okay, sure. So they had to split you because your mom passed now. They don't know what to do with you. So
they have
let's
to split us.
You to make it easier to maintain.
Yes.
Okay.
So my sisters remained and I went to Kwamhlanga. Very strict uncle that who ongfundise a lot in my life, actually. And I've just lost him a few years ago.
Oh, sorry.
But then the problem that happened that we grow up differently is that my sisters there, the way they are growing up, the aunts are doing certain things in front of them. They come with boyfriends in front of them. They see this thing as a right thing, as a correct thing.
Right, I hear you.
And then now I grow up with the pain that my sisters, this thing that we are being told, teenage pregnancy, my sisters undergo the same thing now. Yeah. And that becomes later the very same thing that goes on to motivate me to go open a soccer club for girls And I didn't know the reason why I'm doing this, but I could realize that actually the reason I'm taking these children from the streets to a soccer field, I'm doing it because I've got pain that I didn't want my sisters to go through
Yes.
and that becomes that. And vets happens. You finish your matric then, but you finish your matric with anger because Kumbula manje, there by my uncle, I don't think when I went there, my uncle had discussed it with the wife. You know, the children are welcoming, but the wife in the beginning was not welcoming. So my uncle was a very gindota. I've said, yeah. So I think there were things, even if the wife doesn't agree, he would still make
do
the
them,
decision.
yes.
So if he says, my sister's child is coming to stay here, my sister's child is coming to stay here. So, and yeah, now when he goes and go ngomsebenzi bayokwakha,
stuck with her.
I'm stuck there. I'm stuck there. I'm stuck there. That's why you go to grade 11, grade, okay, grade 11, grade 10, it's okay. You're still the golden boy at school, so you're not worried. Even if you miss that, you get a 76, you don't get your code 7, you get a code 6. If you don't get your distinction, you get a level a B. We call it a B.
Yeah.
If you get a B, you kind of forgive yourself because you are in grade 10 and all that. But in grade 12, you want the dream of the so-called straight A's because you've read every book. When you look at the back of the book, you've got a dream. At the back of the book, you read about the author.
Yes.
The author says, I studied what at Wits University.
Yes.
And now there are so many books that you read now and then Wits University. I want to go there. But you write that metric, and you later on that you find that you didn't get straight 7s. You didn't get all distinctions because you've got a 79 in that biology, a B, and it makes you angry. And that B that is there on that life science, it's not your choice to get it. It's because somebody did something that you don't get it. It's because when I was studying for my exams, at some point in time, I think I was performing so much that it created a little bit of jealousy among certain people in our family. You are studying, and you are being told, uqeda igezi, ne? Yes. And the uqeda igezi, okay, fine, uqeda igezi, okay, you keep quiet. And you go to the kitchen, you take a candle and a match, uti, let me study using a candle. The person has heard that you probably went on to fetch a candle and all of that. The person comes back to say,
so basically sleep, sabotage, don't study.
Yeah.
So you felt sabotaged there.
Yeah, I felt sabotaged. And that is why you are Bongani, you have to go on at 6 o'clock to school. The school, you're still a learner. Because I'm the president of the RCL at school, so the teachers respect me.
So much pressure on
Yes.
you at that
Do you understand?
point.
There's so much pressure.
And you've been doing so well.
Exactly.
Now it's matric. This is crunch time.
This is crunch time. The school on the side, children don't know. The school says, you know what, this boy, he's really suffering. Give him the school key. I open the school at 6 o'clock. I go to the classroom and study. When all the other children arrive at 8 and all of that, I've already... The remaining of my exams, after that exam, after I complained to the principal to say, this is what has happened, I couldn't study for my exam. They said, no, we give you the key. The remaining of those exams, I had to go study at 6 a.m. Just before
the exam.
So, but yeah, an SMS comes in around in January. It says you are accepted at Wits University. Go for your actuarial science. You're accepted for actuarial science. You're accepted for that. But that actuarial science didn't go that well. Because remember...
That's a tough course, eh?
That's a tough course. But remember, it's not your dream that you want to do. It's not your dream. Your dream has always been you wanted to be president. You wanted to be mathematician. You wanted to be that. Your dream because there's a hype that because you are so good in maths and everyone is talking about actuarial science, you want to fit in.
Yes.
You go in there, you realize that, but this is not me.
So that's not what you chose.
I chose it because I was told that if you're good in maths, go for actuarial science. That's why that degree, wasn't finished in actuarial science. I had to make changes within the degree and all of that, so that later on I finished a BSc in mathematics, computational and applied mathematics.
Oh, wow.
So which is something
love
I
maths,
love,
eh?
mathematics. Because actuarial science is not actually
Wow.
maths. It's something done. Yeah, it's business. It's a lot. It's insurance. It's demography. It's a lot of things. So and then you leave that space. You find your first job, but then that degree was tough to do because the money that I was getting from NSFAS, because my bursary, the bursary that I had gotten first year, I didn't reach that whatever they gave me.
In terms of marks,
I lost the bursary. You get NSFAS. NSFAS, you stay at a certain building, private building. It's not enough to cover your expenses. You hear there's an advert, there's a company just 5 streets away that says after hours from about 6 to 9, we want what we would call a maths consultant. And so every time I leave school, I leave vets at 5 o'clock, I go to work. I arrive back, I'm tired. I can't study. So I no longer need to pass as that person who used to pass. Because to get below 95 was difficult. I used to be angry if I get anything below 95.
Yeah.
But now I'm this person who has to fight for a 50.
Yeah.
And
Fight.
Yes, fight to get a 50 and pass. I'm no longer what now I used to be because of the pressures and all of that. You're starting to see, not that there were no beautiful girlfriends and all of that, but you start to see some other people love you for who you are. Remember, I didn't buy I never wore an All-Star up until first year with that bursary money. My mom never afforded an All-Star. She used to go and buy something in Marabastad called an SA Star, which looked like an All-Star. So you enjoy wearing an All-Star for the first time. You enjoy dating a girl that, because from where I come from, starting to date a girl, when they speak, they say hi. You enjoy that. You enjoy that to say, okay, I'm dating somebody who's from those type of schools and all of that. And that becomes that. And one of those people becomes a person that I love so much, but I was not lucky to marry that person at the time because a lot of things happen. Apparently, at some point in time, not apparently, but at some point in time, there was a certain miscarriage, and while that is happening, there is a big thing in South Africa called a collusion of banks. It's becoming famous. By that time, now I left Vets. I'm working for a certain bank in the country. There is a certain thing that says collusion of banks about because we were working in the foreign exchange, international payments. So it affected us directly.
Sure.
So definitely when the retrenchment process would come is first in, last in, first out. Yes, the last in, first out. And that happens. And you immediately, when that happens, at the very same time, remember now I'm this boy whom, and I'm not going to show it now, that with this one hand of mine, I buy a Polo, a VW, and I want to make sure that I also drive, but it's a manual and I'm comfortable to drive it. And when I'm buying that, some of people who I thought some of them were my friends, who says, who does he think he is that he can drive with one hand that car? And I drove that car up until then. The very same year I get retrenched there is the very same year I get hijacked for that car. I get hijacked while coming from home in Middelburg, just when I pass Witbank going to Joburg. I get hijacked, and after I got hijacked, the sayings in the community says, there was no hijacking, man. The bankers took the car.
Like it's repossessed.
Yes.
He's broke.
I'm talking also about people in the family, not only.
So it's a celebratory moment, like
Yeah. And mind you, this thing, because I want to state it, this thing of saying, who does he think with that one hand and drive that car? Because remember, this is not only these friends who have said it.
What does one hand mean?
When I was born with a malformation in my right hand, on my right hand.
Okay.
And remember, I am a grade R dropout because everyone eskoleni, hey, Sandlan, Sandle C1, Sandlan, and all of that. And I would come crying. That is why I'm saying I was a dropout, because me coming crying, and my grandfather said, fight. And then now, though I fight for myself, now he's teaching me violence, but also, you understand? So that happens. Later on, the issue of the hand is being used. With my colleagues, later on, even in the workplace, is still being used. Later on, when I was in grade 4, you are a teacher, you teach us about triangles, good. And as you explain, you tell us that triangles, they work good in structures than any other shape.
Yeah.
We accept that. 2 weeks later, you give us a project. You don't explain to us that let's make triangles. But because I read my notes, because you only said, let's read our notes. I'm the only child who comes in. I've made a very beautiful brick, and I've used triangles. Nobody has made triangles. And you are a teacher, and you go on to say, no, this is not you.
Who did it?
Yeah, I would say, who did it? I mean, the teacher says, this is not you. You can't. How can you do that with one hand? You didn't do it. Somebody did it for yourself. For you. Somebody did it for you. It's not you.
Sure. So does your hand not have mobility at all?
It has everything. I do everything with it. I made that bridge by myself. I drive that manual car by myself. I tie my shoelaces with that hand. The only thing that I can't do with that hand is only one thing, is that I cannot button the other side of my shirt. That's the only thing. I can do anything. But there were people who told me, you can't do this because you are like this. You can't do this because you are like this. But now also, I get lucky that there are people who accept me for who I am. And some of them, because at that time also your fear is that, will I have a girlfriend? Will I get married? But there are people who now love you for who you are. There are people who accept you for who you are. And yeah. Yeah.
Let's get into, I feel like you've already told the story, but there's actually a story. There's actually more to this, Interesting background of where you come from, right? And it's almost like a success story, because you look at someone and you're like, yeah, you're definitely destined for something great, you know? And then what happens? Tell us about the events that then transpire in your life that completely change your story or your life.
Well, I'll put it this way. After we, and if this goes viral, it goes viral, people know. After we have started some political party called the EFF, after we and the Mbuisenis and them, the Crown Force, in 2013, in that hotel at Bramfontein. And after some of us realized that, this is not what it should be. Even when we had an opportunity to go to parliament, some of us, we realized, this is not what it is. Because we could see from the inside. I quit that space. At that time, I even lose an opportunity to go study in Wisconsin because I choose to continue with my studies at Wits. During that time, I had an opportunity to get a scholarship.
So you leave finance and then you go into politics?
While I'm in finance, I'm politically involved.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
While I'm in finance, I'm politically involved. And I leave that issue of EFF. I try to get myself into other spaces. I'm the guy whom ended up getting Dr. Makosi Koza to quit politics at some point in time. Because I got too much involved in many things, new political parties that were coming up and all of that. But because of this hijacking in 2017 and these other things, no longer having that girl that I used to love so much at varsity, I say, okay, fine. Let me go to the World Youth Forum in Egypt. I come back, I meet people there, the World Youth Forum in Egypt. Some of them are from Vietnam and all of that. And I get so much interested in this Vietnam issue. I start going on YouTube when I come back into the country. I check every now and then what's happening in Vietnam, how can I get a teaching job and all of that. I start applying. While I'm applying to Vietnam, I then get lucky because I no longer have a job at the bank.
At the bank, yeah.
At the bank. And I get a small job which goes on to pay me 10,000 in Cape Town that time.
Sure.
10,000.
Then.
Yes, then. I leave a job that was giving me far higher than that to a job that gave me 10,000. I just go there, I humble myself while I'm waiting for
Response
from Vietnam. And also that was the healing space for me because I had just lost some girl that I love so much. Being alone in Cape Town. Luckily, black boy, you get a job in Vietnam. Just during COVID time, I come back, I get to Pretoria, I book a room for about 4 months while fixing my papers so that I go for Vietnam. Stay there 2.5 years, I come back into the country. Now here it begins. When I come back into the country, 2022, August, I start work at a certain school in the down south of South Africa, and I
as a teacher.
As a teacher now. Because when I left for Vietnam, after leaving banking, when I left for Vietnam, because I've got a mathematics degree, I go as a mathematics teacher in Vietnam. So I started teaching in Vietnam. I started teaching in Vietnam. And for me to go into teaching, because even when I was working in the bank, at times I used to go all around and tutor people. I tutored people, I entered. That's why at times I feel like I have failed myself because I've entered houses of some of these people that I see on TV where it was teaching their children mathematics and all of that. So at times I said, but I've been exposed so much. Why am I not where I want to be? So now when I'm there in Vietnam, that time we are able to study online because it's COVID. I just get an opportunity to study a PGCE while I'm in Vietnam. A PGCE via UP.
Yes.
And then I make some plans there to say I need to do my practicals there. I do get that PGCE successfully. So when I come back from Vietnam, I'm actually qualified teacher.
Yes.
I'm actually qualified teacher. So get back into South Africa, I get to that school. When I get into that school, of course, there's a lot of politics. That school was in the news for a lot of things. There's a lot of politics. First week when I arrived there, I even joked to the learners. I said to them, you know what, guys, I don't know, this is going to be tough because my allocation that they gave me, they're giving maths lit. I'm teaching maths literacy, and I'm not used to maths literacy. I know maths lit. I know maths.
You know maths.
Pure maths. Pure maths. Now, I didn't know the politics. I didn't know the politics of the school. That was a bad statement that I had made. Those children go on, somebody's asking them, how is that teacher in class? No, he said he doesn't know maths lit. They said, write a letter, a memorandum, all letter. Yes, all learners must sign. It must go to the principal that the teacher said he can't teach him. Why? Because I had occupied the space of someone that they didn't want to leave, and then now I come into the fire. I come into the fire. So they want to, whoever gets into that post must get away. Now I come into the fire. And I mean, if you do that, now you are also starting a battle with me. Do you understand? Now you're starting a battle with me. And now I need to now take sides. I arrive at the school where there was politics, 2 sides, 3 sides. Now I end up having to say, yes, because I mean, you want my job. So now I need to take side. I need to stand with the people who are against what you stand for.
Right.
And when I do that, I find out that I'm actually in the side of the department, the side that I'm taking. I'm in the side of the principal, I'm in the side of the department, not these other people. So I'm in the right side.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm in the right side. And then when I'm in the right side and I'm talkative, I'm this mathematics teacher who walks boldly and all of that. And when I scream my voice for discipline issues, you can hear the other side. And that voice would later be used to say, yeah, because he has a voice like this, you can see even the kids are scared of him. Yeah. And then I get too much in close proximity with the principal, such that the principal and the department, certain people loved me to the level to say, you said you are from which organization? There was an organization of teachers that funds young teachers that I have joined. And then I said, no, from this organization. They said, no. Are there more people like you in this organization? I said, yes. The principal said, there are posts that are open here. Find more people like you for us. I go to the WhatsApp groups of that organization. I say, guys, there are posts, blah, 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 for this and this and this and this. Please apply. They apply. And when these people apply, some of them I had met them at a conference during and they apply, and out of those 5 posts, 3 of the people that they had taken are the people who are coming from that organization of mine. You understand? So actually the principal took my people.
Yes, actually.
Yes, the school took my people in. And when they take those people, there's a girl there that is one of the teachers. And she asked, okay, Poti, thank you so much. I said, thank you, Sisi. We are going to work together. With all of them, we have a meeting, we get along, everything is good. Up until there was some time I updated a status. I was in Cape Town in the morning and I updated status that I'm in Pretoria. I went to Main Lane. So when I went to a bathroom, there was a mathematical sign on the bathroom and I took a picture. I said, and then they said, where are you? I said, I'm the girl, one of the girls that we had taken, absorbed as a school. And then I said, I says, what? I said, no, I'm actually having a date this side in Pretoria. I'm here for some other things, but I have to meet somebody.
Yeah.
And says, oh, okay, you'll tell me more about it. Yeah, fast forward. She would later tell me on that, we meet before, she starts officially at the school. And when we met, she even said, yeah, actually that date made me very jealous that you said you are going to. Oh, okay. I said, no, I hear you. I said, yeah, sadly with me, if I have to date you, I said, you are very beautiful. I wasn't dating at the time. I had gone to a date.
Yeah. Yes.
I said, you are very beautiful, but because we are at work, I can't date at work, because it would be used as if because I found you the job, then
Yes.
And it was, and it later actually got to that.
Of course, yeah.
So, but she says, no, and I go on to read at ethics at SACE, and I realized that, no, dating Elena is a problem, but dating a teacher is not a problem. Yes. And I fall for it, because Wang Shela. So
shot her shot.
Yes, so for a boy that, with one hand, who has just dated beautiful people, for a boy that never got everything that is ukushelwa, something we are not used to. I'm getting excited. As people might have said, I'm ugly when I'm growing up. But there's somebody who sees something good in me. I move for that girl, and we date. Now, as we date, she would complain about the place she stays in. My roommate where I'm staying, all those type of things. And then I say, okay, fine. The more she talks, I could see that this person is really abused where she stays. And this is in the beginning weeks of our relationship. I said she's really abused. And I say, okay, you know what? If you don't mind, move in with me. She says, are you sure? I said, yes, if you are comfortable. She says, why would I not? Why would I not?
Sure.
She moves in. And moving in, meaning she moves in.
Yeah.
And she was respectful. She used to cook for me, and she says, Baba, and all of that. I said, no. And I was saying, huh? I enjoyed that. Beautiful girl. But then I started to see certain things now. Now, on my statuses, she would go onto my phone, post herself.
Hi.
And why are you doing it? She says, no, people must know. I said, but we have colleagues. I'm still scared. I'm not dating. And she says, no, why? Is it because of that girl? I said, which girl? Kanti, already she has seen that there's this girl that I work with in my department that I was still mentoring. I thought I was mentoring. And then she thinks at the time,
you have something going on.
Yes. She also thought that girl has something for me.
Sure.
You understand? So that's why you should post me. She would go on, post herself. And I said, okay. I see those signs. And within that, I see that this was an abused person. This is person who is traumatized. At the time, her father was in hospital, in and out, and all of that. So I was very supportive. And I thought, okay, because she's a good girl, ungibiza baba, and all of that, you know, I'm gonna help this person. And I'm saying that I'm not realizing Nami by myself. I have not healed, because remember, I've just lost my uncle 9 months ago when I meet this girl now. My uncle, the one I told you about. And my uncle was like a mother and a father, because I had lost my mother at 13. And then later on at 25, that father of mine I used to stay with, I lost him at 25. So my uncle was everything. So we used to even dream about him even after he had passed. So there was still that trauma. So I'm still healing from that thing. I meet this girl. She comes with her own parent. Now I have to, you know, I can't be, when those people, whenever they would say, I don't know, it's sexism or what, they would say, don't be sissy. So I couldn't be sissy. I had to be a man and toughen up. Now, we date. During that dating part of things, an ex-girlfriend of nowhere, because people are crazy, people get into things, and they would call you. An ex-girlfriend would call, and I would say, Kimang, okay, why? No, I'm just calling to check up on you. Oh, okay. Can you see your girlfriends? Your ex-girlfriends are calling you. I said, I didn't even know this number. You know, I'm so irritated because I have not changed the number for all my life. So I'm so irritated with these people whom they decided we break up. Now they come on after years and then they do this. Okay, fine. And it's not that I'm innocent, because during that, I enjoy
the attention.
The attention. When I'm speaking to that ex-girlfriend, when they're calling me, I'm sweet. And she could hear that. You understand? Because I'm saying, okay, I'm phonel and all of that. So I contribute by being sweet. Apparently, I contribute by being a charmer. I don't know, because I don't have the looks. But apparently, I have this thing of, you know, being able to get people. What do they call it in English? When someone says I'm not getting it. But then I'm in that situation. I'm flirting. Yes, flirting. That's the word. I'm flirtatious. Now, we start having the verbal thing, back and forth. And at the time, she also shows me many pictures of bruises and all of that she was abused from previous relationship. And mind you, in life, I must say this now, in life, when you put your values aside for other people, you're going to lose yourself. I don't say people must not have children. I don't have a problem with girls with kids. But if I don't have a child, I am a type of a guy, I don't date a girl with a child.
Okay. It's a preference.
It's a preference. If ke tla le ngwana, o tla le ngwana. If o tle le ngwana, ke tle le ngwana. My best square fit. Why mina must I come for your 3 children, mina nganai? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Before ka di danone, o thenga 16 kala before ngithengela lawyer wami ozozalwa. You understand that type of a situation. So, but it was the first girl that I decided, nah, man. And she never told me in the beginning, Ona has a child. Told me in the relationship now.
Oh. But for you, it's a deal breaker. But because you're already in, you're like, let's just leave it.
Yes, I wanted to meet the child. I asked about the child. The child was still small too. I said, no, we can cover it up.
Okay.
If una too, actually, she can grow being mine.
Okay.
She can grow being mine. We'll work things out.
Okay.
You know, and we are able to, and I meet the child, beautiful girl, and but remember, I've put my values aside. I've put everything aside to say I want to be with this person. Those bruises, I said, no, I'm going to help you through. I'm not like that. I'm not an abuser, Mina. I will help you through. You know, that boyfriend of yours was nonsense. How can he do this to you? You understand? But also, this is a person who goes on to a certain event of that organization that we took her from, who just cut herself out of nowhere and stay in the room and want to commit suicide and all of that. I stay and I see those things.
Okay.
I mean, I put myself, and because I said I will help. You know, I wanted to become the doctor, the Scimamlilo. And we date, and in that 2023 December now, that's where real things start. The person continues now being Hey, it's always about that girl. Whatever comes up, it's always about that girl. Yeah, you look at this girl this way. Everything's about that girl. And we start arguing. That December, the schools open. She graduates for her whatsoever that she was doing, a PGCE of some sort, because she was actually finishing her PGCE that year. And then she comes on to tell me, in 3 months in our relationship or whatever, she tells me, I'm actually pregnant. Huh? Pregnant? Yes. And I don't know which Lumtan I want to keep her because when you are being called by your ex-girlfriends and all of that. Sure. I said, no, let's keep the child. That's good. You're pregnant. I'm very happy, actually. And then we come to Joburg I said, no, before you go home, really, I just want to spend time with you. We come to Joburg. We book ourselves somewhere in Joburg. We chill. And around that December, around the 21st, 22nd of that December, she goes home. In KZN, I have to go home in Mpumalanga because I just want to go check my family. Now, remember that pregnancy, she said she's pregnant and there was money that would be taken from me, that I'm going to see a doctor and all of that. And remember the scan that I saw, it was a scan that was put on a WhatsApp when she came from the doctor. Okay. It was put on a WhatsApp, then it was deleted. I said, why are you deleting it? It says, no, because I'm angry at you for what you are doing. That your ex-girlfriend's called, and of that girl, it seems like you want to choose that girl. I want you to go face that girl at school and tell her that you don't want her. I said, I can't do that. That I'm mentoring that girl. That's my colleague. I can't do that. I can't bring my personal issues there. I know you're uncomfortable with her, but that's my colleague. I'm not doing anything with that person. Okay. When she leaves for Durban, when we leave Joburg, she was bleeding. And she's saying, I think I'm going to miscarry. Ne? Okay, fine. She goes to Durban. And she's in Durban. The next day, she says, no, I just went to a doctor. It's off. Lights out. The child is gone. Okay. I get very heartbroken. So in Mpumalanga, there is this thing in December, we call them Mama Kute. And it's during a load shedding during that time. So I would only text her when electricity is there. And if load shedding would go for 10 hours in Mpumalanga, in Kwandebel, you can't contact anyone when there was load shedding. So I would contact her in the morning and then I would leave my phone because I'm so stressed. I've just lost a child. I'd be so stressed. One. Yes.
So this would
the second one, yes. I would go to Emakuteni in those issues and go enjoy with the guys, and we drink there, and we do all those things. And I will come back later. And when I call her, well, you didn't see me. You didn't want to call me the whole day. It shows that you are going to be a useless father. It shows that it's good that I've lost this child. It shows that you are going to be a useless father. And I said, okay, you know what? This is getting out of order. I silently book a bus to Durban. I book a bus to Durban, then I would book a flight when I come back. I book a bus to Durban. When I'm in Durban, I said, please come, I want to see you. She said, where are you? I tell her the address. She comes. And I said, I'm sorry that this has happened, that we lost the child, and I wish I could have been there for you. And it's not that I was ignoring you. It's just that when there's load shedding, there's no connection in that side. And then I was also stressed, and I used this stress because I'm still mourning my uncle, and there's this now mourning two people, and this is killing me as well. This is how I'm dealing with it. And she says, yeah, but you're unfair. You don't know how being a woman and all of that. And when I'm in there in Durban, I stay there for about 3 days at a certain PNP. And when I'm about to leave, the day I'm about to leave, we go see her father. She goes in because the father doesn't know me. She goes in. I accompany her at the hospital. She goes in. She comes out. And then we call my sister, my cousin, but it's more like a sister, who is in Durban. My uncle, he has other children in Durban.
Okay. Yeah.
We call her. We say, see, come, we're here. It's the three of us. We go, we have some drink somewhere. When I'm about to go, my flight is going around 8. When I'm about to go around 6, so I said, yeah, now it's time to go. Baby, it's time to go. I have to go now. Sister Wami, we simkibeza a taxi. She goes home. And then we remain. I said, I have to go. You have to go home as well. She says, no, you're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, yes. let's go talk first. You'll go in an hour. Your flight is in 2 hours. Let's go talk first. Did you check in? Yes, I did. So let's go talk. Okay, fine. We go. She had booked an Airbnb. Okay. She had booked a room. Okay, why are we here? She locks the room. Enter there. I said, I have to go. I don't have money. We've spent so much money already. There's money that we have spent. We have already put a deposit for a flat that we want to rent together in February in the following year.
Yeah.
So we've used a lot of money already. I said,
Deposits,
I cannot lose that flight. She said, you're not going anywhere. And then we see a bamba bambana. And there's a time when I'm pulling her away from the door. I push her to the bed. I say, I wanna go. And she falls on the bed. She acts dead.
Oh.
And then I become scared that now a person acts dead. It was just a push from the door. She acts dead. Then I go, I said, okay, vuga. I just take a glass of water. I said, vuga. Person wakes up. I said, Chief, you need to stop.
You think maybe she fainted?
I don't know. I don't know if she fainted. I feel bad now, and I'm realizing. And in the other mind says, but this person loves you. Why is she fighting for you not to go? She wants you to stay. And then I dumped the flight issue. I said,
stay.
Yeah, I'll book myself a bus tomorrow. It's fine. I just dumped that flight issue. I stay. I slept that night there to be supportive.
So you guys managed to resolve your issue, to apologize to each other for... Because both of you guys were physical with each other.
I apologize. I've never in my life received any apology from her.
Okay.
Yes. I would always apologize. I've never received, I've wished, I've prayed for apologies from her. I've never.
But at that moment, you did realize that you were also wrong for pushing her or for however you handled her.
Yes.
Okay. Especially being a man.
Especially being a man.
You know you're going to be the wrong one, even if it was an altercation between both of you.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, that December passed, the next morning I come back home, fine. We go January 2024. When we go, because our flat that we had signed a lease for, we need to get in February. In January, it means when we are going back to Kapstad, Cape Town, we have to book Airbnbs. The school will reopen. Then at the end of the month, we'll go into our flat.
Okay.
We do that. And you can see that December has done a lot to us, because then the fighting starting, the shouting that continues. There is a deal or no deal issue where in February, I'm now there on TV, on Deal or No Deal. I'm winning that car. I'm winning that car.
Your story is a movie.
And then as I'm winning that car, now, other than the car that I was hijacked, because I have big tears there on Deal or No Deal, because remember, I was once hijacked. So just winning a car, it's God coming back for me.
Oh, okay.
But now, with that car, I travel from that place to school. And when I go there, it's a long distance. Baby comes to me, says, you know what, Bongs, it's too far where you're traveling. I think come back, we'll rekindle things. Come back, stay with me.
And I'm sure Bongani went back.
I move in, and we stay together. And we try, and we try, and we try. As we try, the relationship gets to a level. At one moment, I remember, she started being physical several times when I wasn't doing anything, because indoda, umfazi akashayo. Remember that girl I slept? Umfazi akashayo.
So now you are being physically abused.
I'm being physically abused. I'm being emotionally abused. I'm being told, Vele, you are going to be a useless father. Vele, that's why your family is so broken. Maybe it's because of, there's now everything I ever told you now.
It comes back.
It comes back now.
To weaponize.
It will be you understand? Now, I'm told why, because I told the person that actually one of my aunt, wangfagela iretex ne, after my mother had passed, wangfagela iretex with ijik, not paraffin, ijik, ngaphakathi kwepapa. I told her those stories. She says, yeah, but that's why your aunt was doing this.
So this why your aunt poisoned you?
That's why my aunt
Because
was
you are like
poisoning me,
this.
because I'm like this. And one day the physicality part of it becomes so much. Manje, I did something that I started by my nails become a cool, and I would take my hand, roll it, and give him sip. You see, when the physical, I started being physical that time. Sip, tool.
Okay,
We understand. And yes, then there was this time I really pushed it. I called my cousin very fast. I got so scared because I realized and I'm starting to be an abusive person now. And then I called my cousin very fast. I called my cousin and said, Chief, I pushed this person in the way and again in a way that it's not good, and pushed her against the wall. Do you understand? When at times when we are arguing and I'm trying to hug her, at times when you want to hug her, she would go, I don't want to talk to you. I said, don't scream. And all of that. Kanti, all those things when they were happening, when I was getting out of character, she was the sounds when she was crying. All those things are recorded. My voice.
So she was creating a case, basically.
She was creating a case from the beginning of the relationship. That would later now be used to go open a protection order of some sort. Because there was now one Saturday where literally ngamluma because she was on top of me. Because remember, my right hand side is weak. So if I realize I can't push you and unomzimba omkhulu ngizokuluma, so ngathi ngokumluma, took pictures of that luma, took pictures of that luma protection order. I would later find out that the pictures that were presented is not only the picture yokuluma and those screams, the pictures that she had showed me
from a previous relationships.
She went on to show abantwana esikolweni. She went on to show teachers at esikolweni to say your teacher is abusive, he's this, including the things that I know nothing about. When people see me at the school now, they see UGPV. Now, I go speak to those children. It's the 10th of October. I speak to these children. This must stop. Stop listening to teachers when they speak about other teachers and all of that. To you, it can't be right. On a Sunday, I receive a call. Hi, Masilela, it's who from what police station? Okay, yes. What is the call about? Yes, on Thursday, you broke a protection order by assaulting the teacher, Miss Who and Who. Me? Yes. Okay. I didn't do that. I would later find out that that letter she got from the principal had to be a situation to say, ngizomkhomba ngine protection order against Ian. The police asked me, we must be fetch you or you are going to bring yourself. I said, I will bring myself.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got arrested. Went through that case and I won that case.
Okay.
I won that case.
What was the case on, actually?
Apparently it's contravention of protection order because she was assaulted by a dog.
I think, school aside, you guys had been in a toxic, abusive relationship, physically and emotionally and everything. So at this point, I'm like, where did you think you guys are going to end up? Because either way, one of you are going to end up in prison because of the physical abuse or the emotional abuse or whatever. The protection orders, whether from you, because you say you were also abused, or to her, because you abused her as well. By physically, whether you are zippering her, you are pushing her, all that is a criminal case.
The thing is that the case is how they were presented to the police. Because I took what she sent to labor to court.
So labor is to get you fired from school?
Labor is to get me fired from school.
Okay. Did you get fired from school?
No, I didn't. I got, in that tribunal, they went on to say, we actually don't believe her, but because we want to keep our things in order, we want to suspend you for 3 months without pay.
So you served that 3 months without pay?
Yeah, I'm still going to serve it.
You have not served it yet?
I'm not.
So which means when are you in the middle of your case? No,
it's done.
Okay.
They're all done because at court, because I said to labor, I said, but this is crazy. How can a court of law says this man is innocent? Because they said, not that he's only not guilty, but he's innocent. This is a fabrication. But labor, I said, are you higher than the court? As a department.
Okay, because the court has already made their judgment. I hear you. So
And there was never I never spoke at labor. It was just decided. They said agree. They said just agree so that
we don't dismiss you. Agree to say, yes, you did it. So that we don't, we just want, we also want to make her happy.
But also, why fabricate a story when you guys have real issues that you could have raised in court? I'm also trying not to take sides because we don't know her side of the story. We're only hearing one side of
One
the
side
story.
of the story, yes.
You know, and we have to believe what you have to say. She could sit here and bring evidence for days.
And she's good to bring that evidence for days. Like, she's good in creating those moments. I mean, look, there's some even text, WhatsApp text, where everything that I ever said is there, but everything she ever said, even when I was in jail, she deleted everything. Everything was deleted.
So right now, you guys have innocent kids involved who are just students, and now they're in a messy, in the mud.
Colleagues, yeah.
What a mess. Your jobs are at stake, unfortunately. That's true. It's so sad because now...
And there's no grievance that I've ever laid that has been attended to, by the way.
Oh.
Even by the principal or by the...
I'm sure, can you imagine how exhausting it is for them, though? Because you're going to lay your grievances, she's going to lay her grievances, the learners are going to raise their grievances, and then now you both have alliances because you need people on your team, you know, to confirm or deny anything that is... I mean, you guys are the drama there.
It is very dramatic.
And that's not a healthy environment. So there has to be some sort of resolution. The more you are in this environment, something is going to happen, you know. So now you're going to lose your jobs and end up in prison, both of you, because you're going to have cases against each other. Or you sit down as grown adults and figure it out.
Yeah, it's a situation whereby I don't know. I don't think a judge can fix that. I think it needs God intervention, or it's only God and maybe a doctor can fix that. But I've never knew that people can go out there just to go and want to destroy people.
Jeez, okay. It's a lot. I feel like you are not done, but we are gonna wrap it here, right? Because of time. Yeah. Lord, please help them. Please help the school, intervene, help them individually. And we hope to hear from you soon again, hopefully with a different ending, right? Outcome, some positive outcome. I think you both need a lot of help. And healing, time, and there's still a lot of work to be done, traumas to be dealt with, because two hurt people will hurt each other.
Yes.
Two broken people will break each other, and it's really just an unfortunate situation. So many things that we can talk about, unfold, discuss, before the schools open. Because so we hoping for the best. We're hoping to hear from you soon. We hope to hear what you have to say, and we look forward to what you have to say about this situationship or relationship. Complicated, but definitely something not impossible to fix or resolve. The comment section is open for a conversation right now. Our emails are open for the conversation. And if you want to sit on the hot seat, the email address is down below. Hey, maybe she will come and sit on the hot seat.
That would be proper.
I think it will be proper. So we're sending out an invitation to you to give us your side of the story without any judgment from us. I mean, who are we? We're just the hosts. We're not taking any sides, you know. All right, San Fam, we have come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Mr. Bongani, for sharing. Thank you for your bravery, your boldness, and your honesty and your vulnerability. It takes a lot for you to own up for the things that you have done as well, you know, and for serving what you have served, and for really wanting a different outcome for this. It takes a lot. So big ups to you. All right, send fine from myself, Innocent.
And myself, Millicent.
From Bongani in the purple suit. It's bye for now.
I've been through the most, through the most. I've been through